Дуру салам, как вы поживаете? Мне очень хорошо. Ну, хорошо. All right. So, um, I just watched Jack Hermansson wrestle Khamzat Chimaev. What did I learn? Okay. So first off, shout out to Lions Way Sambo in Kent, Washington. And then shout out to Sambo coach Skip, because uh, watching. All right, so let me tell a story. Okay, so one night I went to Sambo and it was just me and Skip. Okay, back when I was going to that gym, and he's getting older and his joints kind of hurt, and I wasn't, I just gotten back into martial arts, and I wasn't calm yet, so rolling with me would have been just a fucking nightmare. It would have been hard to do. And I wasn't really like great at sambo, and my judo wasn't coming back to me, a lot. So we decided, or he decided, I'm just there for the ride, right? So he decides to show me tape of John Jones fighting in these like really small submission grappling tournaments. He knew some of the guys, or he knew guys that knew the guys, and this is when John Jones just first started going up against like real seasoned, well-known Brazilian jiu-jitsu guys, or guys that had like strong wrestling backgrounds and a black belt. So he's telling me a story about both guys, and John Jones is just mowing through these guys because his length, he is strong, like all the way down, and the leverage that he's getting from his length is just really giving these guys nightmares because they're trying to pull him in, they're trying to sweep, and they can't get over the leverage from the length and the strength. And then that's what I saw. Khamzat Chimaev, even though the guy is thicker, even though the guy is stronger, probably I think he even weighed more. I watched it in Russian, so at least that's what the Russians were saying, was Hermanssons was weighed more and was a bit thicker. He didn't look like tremendously thicker to me. He did look, like he benched more for sure. He looked like he was like gym stronger, but I didn't see like functional strength that was that much better than Khamzat. Khamzat did a couple of throws. What I saw was I saw like the beginnings of sambo is what I saw, and what I saw was that thing you can't teach that John Jones had. So if that means that Khamzat Chimaev is destined to have kind of a career that John Jones has, or he's somewhere in that category, that's really good for him. Again, wrestling is not like the easiest thing for me to analyze because it's kind of counterintuitive. I'm like, what is this guy doing? Because I see a lot of submissions that they don't go for, obviously, because it's wrestling rules, and I see a lot of, I'm like, go to guard. You got that guy bent over, dude. Just pull him into guard, bro. Uma Palata all day. Speaking of which, I just got out of judo, and I was Uma Palata. Like I nailed 3 guys with Uma Palata, and I'm beginning to think they don't teach that in judo anymore. Like, these guys just not know what this is, because Uma Palata, instead of going for sankaku, you get the underhook with the leg and then roll them over sankaku style, if you know super judo. So the thing that gives people fits with Khamzat Chimaev is he doesn't need to pull his legs in to go for sweeps and stuff. He can kind of uki-otoshi, or what's the other? So uki-otoshi is this way, and what's like sumi gaishi or something? No, that's the suicide throw. I can't remember. Uki-otoshi is pulling them this way, but pushing them that way is a different judo throw. I can't think of the name right now. But there's a lot of that Khamzat does. Shifting the shoulders, and being able to lock up. If you can lock that arm up, there's an arm bar from right there. Somebody, it, I don't remember the Ude. I don't remember the exact Ude Hishingi Waki something. I don't remember the exact armbar name, but anyway, but yeah, Khamzat misses some exotic subs because he's not, he's not a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He's not like a master of sport in Sambo, not a black belt in Judo, or somebody that would know some of the more exotic, high-level submissions, but he doesn't really need it. And it's because his core and his legs and his length and his leverage, and he's so strong and he's such a special athlete, and he's so good at keeping the advantage or getting the advantage from shoulder shimmy, where a lot of guys would have to pull you into guard or try to sweep you to get that advantage back. He just kind of shoulder shimmy. Got really long arms. He does very well. So he's a strong guy. Obviously, he's strong. Now, I don't know if he's like quite John Bone Jones strong, but he might even be stronger than John Bone Jones at the same age. I know this is kind of a big statement, but he could be. He could very well be. And but that's what I saw in the wrestling. I was like, it looks like John Jones, man. Early days John Jones. That's what I saw. That's what it looked like. Because John Jones would people would try to pull him into guard or try to go for a sweep or, try to bait him. Even whenever he gave up the underhook, he would wrap, and the wrap was so good that they couldn't use the underhook. And that's what I saw Khamzat do against a wrestler. So the wrestling's unreal. The throw that he did, I thought was very telling. I didn't think, I mean, I'll have to take a look again, but I thought Hermansson had pretty good feet. And he just got lifted, got rooted, just Garuma style, just, And I was really, I don't know, I wouldn't say I was impressed by the throw, but it was really pleasing to see. I was like, okay. That was a really good throw to land. That, Hermanssons, the one thing that you look at him and you're like, this guy's rooted. This guy's really strong on his feet. He's really tough to move. It's hard to make him do something he doesn't want to do. And then just to see him land that throw and get those points and come in. Hermanssons has got a really strong neck. But yeah. Those are the two things. Shout out to Skip at Sambo coach Skip at Lions Way Sambo. Yeah, he looked like John Jones. Yeah. And if you ever go down there, all right, two things. First thing, do not try to get a judo belt out of Skip. He doesn't like to teach straight up judo. He's not going to teach straight up judo. Okay. Getting a judo belt out of him is very difficult. Okay. But if you're an intermediate player and you want to take your game to the next level, go. It's worth paying Skip a couple of months to go, because he's a little genius. The reason why is because he's lost all of his mobility out of his shoulders. He's lost a lot of his mobility out of his joints. So he's got to play like super strong or super smart. And he's like super duper old man smart. And yeah, so he's anyway. What am I trying to say? Yes, go and get your game better. Definitely worth dropping in there and learn a little something from Skip. Even if he just like, he's the king of variations. He loves variations. So anyway, Khorda Hafiz.